The game development studio behind the critically acclaimed global hit Lord of the Rings Gollum has been closed down. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. So this absolute abomination of a game that you guys are watching in the background here is Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now, in case you're not familiar with this, let me give you a very quick rundown. It is possibly the worst game of 2023. In fact, it's possibly the worst game of the decade, which is quite shocking, really. But there are a number of factors here why this actually is the case. So the game is terrible. I mean, that's obviously a big problem. But they tried to charge... Do you see the lag then? It's crazy. They tried to charge $70 for this game. They were charging a AAA price tag for what was essentially no better than somebody's first attempt at game development using free assets from the Unity or Unreal Engine store. It was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal, this game was, on every conceivable level. So bad. In fact, the only reason to play this would just be for the actual laugh of the game, like just to see how bad the game was. There's literally no other reason to play this game. Okay, so let's move on and let's discuss how we've actually got here. So I think the best place to start is if we go and take a look at the actual the Metacritic score for this game. There's a problem, and it's 1.1. Now, Metacritic user scores often get bombed when things don't go great. I mean, if I was to type into this, Overwatch 2, you'll also see another game with a slightly worrying Metacritic score of 1.4 for other reasons. Anyway, we go back to Lord of the Rings Gollum, 1.1. I mean, this is... What can I even say about this? This is warranted. In fact, should be even lower. I mean, the Metacritic score of 34 is laughable as well. That should be... 0. I mean, again, no critic could have played this game and thought this was great. Oh, hello, by the way, Lucy. Anyway, this is some of the comments I want to go over here, which are just like mental. So, this one is funny. Look at this. It says, absolutely shocking game. This game and its developers and its publishers, which, by the way, were the same thing. Like Daedalic Entertainment, they were the publisher and they were the developer of the game. But now they're getting rid of their development studio and they're just going to publish games because of this disgrace. Anyway, it goes on to say, pathetic, zero effort, straight up shovelware, complete garbage. The state of this game would have been insulting as an early gen PS3 360 era game, never mind nowadays. The worst part is that they officially released marketing footage and photos that were abysmal. The word abysmal is used all the time to describe this game. It's amazing. The game looked awful even then, and somehow the actual game, it got 10 times worse, which, by the way, the screenshots actually were the game is worse than the screenshots, but the screenshots for the marketing material actually weren't too bad. You know, let me see if I can find them, because I remember they didn't actually look that bad. Let me see if I can find these, because they were pretty funny. Because Gollum looks totally different. Like, he looks nothing like he does in the game. Yeah, here we go. So, this... hang on, where I think I can get this on Eurogamer. Let's have a look. Look, take a look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This actually, I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad as the actual game gave us. I mean, there's a bit more detail there. I think there's a few other screenshots as well. They don't look too bad. And then, but Gollum himself, I mean, he's not looking too. I don't think they've got any other screenshots, but he's not looking. I mean, he's not looking great, but he's not looking like he's looking like here, is he? You know, like this, like that, because that's what he looks like. Because that's what he looks like in the game. What are they even talking? So what I mean, like that looks better than this, but I mean, what in the actual hell? Anyway, let's carry on with the review. Every studio involved with this game is inept. Well, there was only one studio, and yeah, they're gone. I got my refund, so I'm all good. But I'd like it if nobody else gave these people a cent. Yeah, which is fair enough. Let's see what we got here. I didn't play it, and I don't even own a PS5. But that's kids. Okay, great. Lord of the Rings Gollum. Oh, this one give it a 30. Okay. Oh, this is a... What is this? Is this an actual critic? No. These just user generate things, aren't they? Yeah. So Lord of the Rings Gollum doesn't do anything fun or interesting like similar or better games like A Plague Tale, Innocence, and Requiem. It's hard to say if even the most loyal Lord of the Rings fan would actually find something worthwhile here. And in fact, that's a good point, because that's the thing, isn't it? This game it's like, oh, a chance to play as Gollum. This could be quite interesting. It's like a stealth action adventure game. I'm going to give it a go. If you don't actually immerse yourself in any kind of like, I guess, gaming news or anything like that, you're just a fan of a franchise, then I think when it comes to stuff like that, you actually end up like, you might buy that game because you'd look at the promo material and think, I don't look too bad. And then you buy it and then the game is absolutely unserviceable. All I can say is, God bless being able to refund the game on Steam, because if you couldn't refund it, you'd be stuck with like a $70 game that is absolute trash. I mean, I don't know. It's horrible. But again, that's no way to sell a game, is it? And this is the problem we've got, right? Because when we look at this and we look at all these ratings coming through and they're all like horrifically negative, which is to be expected. This is like throwing the brand name of Lord of the Rings just in the gutter. I think Embracer Group own the IP to Lord of the Rings now, and I think they're just farming it out to anybody to make as many games as possible, or at least it seems like that. So it's not great. I mean, like, look at this. I don't care how many bugs they patch. Even if they manage to make this game bug free, it will still be an awful cash grab that wouldn't be worth, I think they're trying to say there, $5. Excuse me, but WTF is this? It's literally a piece of crap. The people going. Oh. Anyway, let's move on because, in fact, no, there's something else I want to show you guys. Where is it? Oh no, where is it? There's the thing, isn't there? The thing. Yeah, here it is. Oh no, oh my days, where is it? This is just great because this is so this happened after the game came out. Hang on a minute, where can I get this from? Here we go. Yeah, let's bring it in over here. So this this pops up, and they're apologizing after the game came out about the state of the game, and some of the language they use, it's like the most delusional stuff you've ever seen. Like, so they say, "Dear players, we would like to sincerely apologize for the underwhelming experience many of you've had with Lord of the Rings." Like many, like as if there's people out there who had a good experience. Nobody had a good experience with this game. Like, what in the actual hell? Upon its release, we acknowledge and deeply regret that the game did not meet the expectations we set for ourselves or for our dedicated community. Please accept our sincere apologies for any disappointment this may have caused. Well, I don't think they've got a dedicated community either. They're probably just referring to Lord of the Rings in general, to be honest, but whatever. Our goal as a studio and as passionate Lord of the Rings fans has always been to tell a compelling and immersive story-driven adventure. Crafting a story with Middle-earth as our playground has been the greatest honor and the biggest challenge we've faced so far. At Daedalic, we understand that a game's success relies on the enjoyment and satisfaction of its players. Yeah, really? Really? We genuinely value your feedback, and I've been actively listening to your voices, reading your comments, and analysing the constructive criticism and suggestions you have provided. Our development team has been working diligently to... You've got to remember, guys, the development team is now gone. But anyway, they've been working diligently to address the bugs and technical issues many of you experience. It would have to literally remake the game to fix these problems, but whatever. We are committed to providing you with patches that will allow you to enjoy the game to its fullest potential. They're not, because they've fired the game, they've deleted the game studio. So again, this was all bullshit. Once again, we deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused, and we appreciate your understanding during this time. We will continue to keep you updated on our progress and provide you transparent communication regarding upcoming patches and improvements. It's like a comedy of errors. It's like, no, you're not, are you? You're really not. Anyway, this is where things get interesting. So we'll come over here to Game Rant, and they break the news. Lord of the Rings Gollum Studio is done making games. Oh, no. And everyone is like, no. This critically acclaimed, world-beating studio, they're gone. How can this be? How can it be? Well, this is how it can be. So, Daedalic Entertainment is shutting down is shutting down internal game development and shifting to publishing. Development for its next Lord of the Rings game, in development since mid-2022, is halted. So this again was the other worry, right? They were working on another Lord of the Rings game, and I mean, who knows how terrible that would be given how bad this is. But yeah, that's basically it. So, like, I mean, Game Rant go on to close this out and say, Daedalic Entertainment also announced it's ceasing development of another game set in the Lord of the Rings universe. Daedalic hasn't provided too many details on that game's genre or any story details, only hinting that it may involve magic-wielding wizards. Well, magic-wielding wizards. I mean, it was a Gandalf game, wasn't it? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Oh, no. I bet it was. Oh, no. All that was known is that it had been in development since mid-2022. So it's likely the project was still in its early phases when it was shut down. Daedalic has received a €2 million from Germany's Ministry of Economics, which has been informed of the game's cancellation. Yeah, I believe this was I don't know whether it was a grant or it was just like a development fund that the German government had to try and stimulate game development. I mean, imagine investing $2 million into this. It's terrible. Anyway, Lord of the Rings Gollum was another in a long line of developers and publishers issuing public apologies for releasing games in a poor technical state. Since Gollum was Daedalic's most expensive project to date, its financial and critical failure was more than enough to seal the development team's fate. So there we go. Daedalic Entertainment no longer has a development studio because Lord of the Rings Gollum was literally the worst game that has been made in the last, I don't even know how many years. It's butchered a beloved IP, butchered beloved characters. It was unplayable, it was broken, it was shoved out the door, and it raises more questions than actually we can answer. Like, were they just doing this to get the grant to, I don't know, keep as much money from that grant as possible and develop a game as cheaply as possible? Why did they have the Lord of the Rings license? What's going on there? There's a lot of questions. Anyway, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, guys. This is, again, it's a bit of a different kind of video, actually. I may do more of these. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. Yeah, do let me know in the comments what you think about all of this stuff. Yeah, I've been Stylo, so this is Unit Lost. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you soon.